Hello everyone, today I'm interviewing Big Franco, 3-0.
Come on, man.
My
What's happening?
first, what's happening? Oh, I'm all right, mate. You?
Yes. Go
Right. My first question is,
on.
what has been your hardest fight so far?
Ooh, my hardest fight so far. Every fight is hard, but they're different for different reasons. My first one was because there was a lot of riding on it. And each fight subsequently has been difficult for different reasons. But yeah, I haven't had any specifically hard one that sticks out, but they've all been different and hard in their own ways.
Yeah, that Luke Batestone fight was pretty tough, mate.
Yeah, he was an awkward customer for sure. He was an awkward customer, man.
Yeah.
But we got the job done, that's what matters. But he was definitely an awkward customer.
Yeah, did you think you did enough to win?
Yeah, I did. I knew that it wasn't my best performance, but I felt like I landed the more significant shots. I think the round that I would have given him clearly was the third one. But besides the third, I believe I landed significantly more shots I landed the more telling shots. And I was the one that was putting the pressure on and essentially mounting effective aggression. So I felt like I've done enough to win. But it was definitely a tough fight, man. There's no overlooking him. I think he'll give a lot of guys a lot of problems.
Yeah, do you think he'll get a win soon?
Say again?
Do you think he'll get a win?
1,000,000%, man. I mean, look what happened to my last fight, man. My opponent went on to beat Steve Robinson. And, with this opponent I had recently, I believe he will also go on to beat a few guys. I think he's a tough guy. He's awkward as well. And I think that size and range, he knows how to utilize it in a way that kind of nullifies a lot of people. I think he will give the guys definitely a tough night's work, for sure.
Yeah. If Shane Gill fought Luke Batestone, who would win?
Ooh. Styles make fights. I'd probably maybe give it to Shane Gill because on work rate, maybe. But I feel like Luke, it might be a bit too slick for him, a bit too awkward. So it's a toss-up, really.
Yeah, I would love to see that fight.
For sure. It'll be a good one, man.
Yeah. Did you see I saw you wanted to fight George Fox last year.
I did. I really wanted that fight to happen. We got offered the fight, we'd accepted. Their side declined it. Obviously, he then went on to lose to what's his name again?
Sokolowski.
Thank you. He went on to lose to Sokolowski. And then obviously since then the fight hasn't really made sense, and I don't think we've been offered it since. And his team, he's I guess moved on to different things. I'm not sure what he's doing these days. He hasn't had a fight, at least to my knowledge. But yeah, I think it's still something that if it happens down the road, why not? Why not?
Yeah. I was laughing my head off that. He was talking a lot and he just got.
Mate, that's the thing. He's such a big talker that it was like, you're talking all this, and then you go in there and deliver such a low-level performance. Like, I think it was one of them that had he fought to win or had he fought to significantly put a dent in him and he still lost, I would have given him his credit. But he fought to me like he was having a spar. So you're talking like that, telling me this and you're going to slap me when you see me and all this business, and then you go in there and deliver a performance like that with no ambition. I can't really respect that. So yeah, that was just my 2 pence on it. But besides dropping my little video after the fight, I didn't really address the situation. I just left it alone and I focused on myself.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. How many fights are you trying to have this year? Of course, you've had one so far, but how many are you trying to have?
I'm trying to have maybe, God willing, at least 3-4 more. I'm trying to be out again April, May. Some things happening behind the scenes, so I'm just waiting for that to resolve itself. And as soon as it does, I'll be able to make an announcement on when I'm fighting next.
Yeah. Who do you like sparring?
You know what? I spar anybody. Literally anybody. There's no specific person that I'll sit here and be like, oh, I'd like to spar him or I'd avoid him. No, I'll spar anyone. There's no one that I would turn down the work from. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get better. So anyone that I'm getting a ring with is only going to help that.
Yeah. Is it true that you sparred Johnny Fisher?
Yeah. Literally last year was definitely filled with a lot of good sparring. I sparred Fisher last year. A lot of rounds of him. I sparred Fabio, Adelaide, Joe Joyce. I sparred quite a few guys last year. Last year was definitely a year filled with a lot of interest in spars. And I learned a lot from all of them.
Yeah, they're all very good fighters.
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to see you fight Fisher, mate. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that, like I said, he has to be on his journey. I'm on my journey, but I have a feeling, in the next few years, maybe a year from now, maybe even less than that, I think we're all going to start meeting each other. Assuming we'll keep doing what we're doing. If I stay active, he stays active, we keep winning our fights, I definitely can see all of us mixing it up at some stage. And I think it'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight for the fans, man.
Yeah, and then there's Solomon Daycas as well. So there's lots of people that you can fight.
A lot of, I think I've shared the ring with him briefly once. I was up in Birmingham. But I think, all of us are all on our own journeys at the moment. But, there's a lot of guys coming in. Fraser Clark recently had his debut. I'm sure he's looking to make up at some point. And, it's just boxing is thriving at the minute. Thriving.
Yeah. Lots of good heavyweights coming through, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure, man. And the crazy thing about it is that we're all, have our own individual personalities and our own individual styles, I think. And obviously, I think that's what makes it a good time to be a heavyweight right now. And I think, I got my own stuff. I got cooking for anyone I'm getting in the ring with. But, time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Yeah. What's your favourite punch in a fight?
Ooh, left hook to the body. Left hook to the body, no question. But I do like a good overhand, right? But left hook to the body would have to be probably, there's something special about that left hook to the body, man. You know what I mean? There's something special about that shot. But I like a good right hand as well. And it just depends on the situation, really, because sometimes you like to box long and you box behind the jab and you do certain things. And sometimes you just have to mix it up and get rough in there. But I just do whatever it takes to get the job done. All I care about is winning, so I do whatever it takes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You're an orthodox, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Why left hook, not why left hook, not right hook?
For some weird reason, I mean, I actually have power in both hands, but for some weird reason, my left hook has always seemed to be a shot that just lands. I don't know, it just places well. I don't even know why. That left hook just places well. But, I've been working a lot of things in the gym, and I think definitely there's going to be more to my arsenal soon enough. The right hand that was really in show with Shane Gill. I think I've worked on it even more since then. So, more fights will show more and more out the locker.
Yeah. Who's your favourite current fighter?
Good question. It's a toss-up, I have a special thing for Chocolatito. I love how he moves. I love the angles he does. And I love how he's always mixing it up in there responsibly as well. Also have to give... I'm trying to think who else that sticks out. Canelo probably sticks out for me. Not just the way he wins and the knockouts, but the manner that he goes about his work. Very patient, looks to play significant punches and grind people down. I think I've tried to, at times, take some of that approach and it's still coming together. But definitely there's something to be said for taking the time to land the meaningful punches.
Yeah. Did you watch Canelo's 3 fights last year?
Yes, I did. And it was how should I say? I think it was a lesson. It was a boxing masterclass, really. I think he's one of those guys that it would take a lot for him to be outclassed because he's like a good mix of ability with skill and experience. He's very experienced. Do you know what I mean? Despite the fact he had only had 15 amateur fights or something like that, as a pro, he's extremely seasoned. And I think that gives him a certain confidence and comfort when he goes up against elites that allows him to do the stuff he does.
Yeah. Out of the 3 fights last year, which one was his best performance?
Good question. I would say Caleb Plant. Because I think Caleb Plant was the most complete fighter out of the guys that he fought. Billy Joe, good fighter, but, you know, in and out with like just discipline and all over the place generally. And to be honest, Billy Joe had a lackluster performance even before the Canelo fight. So either he was losing his tick or whatever was going on, but he was a good performance for Canelo. But I think Caleb sticks out for me because Caleb was a world-class operator. And, you know, people are giving Caleb a lot of stick, but personally, that loss doesn't define him. At the end of the day, you lost to someone who's a modern great in this era, and I think Caleb can also come back. But that performance from Canelo sticks out for me. Yeah,
I reckon Plant will be world champion again soon.
1,000,000%, no doubt about it, man. He's you know what, the stuff he was doing in there with Canelo shows his class, really. Like, I think everyone's sitting in there saying, oh, you know, he got knocked out by Canelo. But look what he was doing to Canelo up until the stoppage. He had Canelo at points, reaching, frustrated, doing certain things that lets me know, okay, Caleb is a problem for anybody. You know, he's a problem for anyone. And had he not been stopped, we'd probably be talking about one of the biggest upsets of the year. Because he got stopped quite late as well. So, you know, like I said, very good fighter for sure, very good fighter.
Yeah. And then did you watch Chocolatino's fight a few days ago?
I haven't had a chance to watch it. No, I've been busy running around. But he's I remember what fight I watched of his last year, and it was a toss up between him and another fighter that recently retired. What's his name? Farouk, Cash Farouk.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it was both of them that I liked. Chocolatito, I've always liked his style. Farouk, I've always liked his style as well. And I just haven't had it. I probably got a chance to catch up to the Martinez fight probably some point this week. But I'm just getting back in the... Say again?
I said it was a good fight.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's always in good fights, man. He's always in good fights. Yeah.
What age did you start boxing?
First time I was in a boxing gym, I was 18 years old. I didn't have my first fight as an amateur until I was 19.
Oh. What was your amateur record?
I had 20 amateur fights, 10 wins, 10 losses. I won 2 titles. I won Haringey Box Cup. I won intermediate ABAs.
So good amateur career then.
Yeah, it was definitely short, but I enjoyed a lot of it. And yeah, it was good. I have no complaints about it.
Yeah. Do you know a few people that I would like to see you fight?
Who?
Nathan O'Gorman, good fight.
Yeah, Nathan Gorman. Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, Johnny Fisher.
Yeah.
And then like a few Solomon Daycas, and then big up and coming like Babbitt and stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. All those fights, I think the fights you mentioned, a lot of hands will fly. I think they'll both be very friendly. I think we both like to let our hands go. And all those fights you mentioned, I think they'll gel well. Like I said, we're all on our journeys, but I have a feeling, you know, one of those fights you mentioned will probably come off, no doubt. I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, man.
And then hopefully you can school George Fox as well.
Yeah, that opportunity may present itself sooner than a lot of people think, but we never know. You just got to keep doing what he's doing. I got to do what I do, but yeah, man, it would be a good fight.
Yeah. And my last question is, do you have any advice for people who are trying to get into boxing?
Yeah, the biggest thing is be consistent. I think boxing is so tough that for a lot of people, they struggle to consistently stay in the gym. And over the years, being a sponge, being willing to learn and being a student, you know, it will get you a lot further than people think. All you have to do is just be in the gym all the time. Even when you're having good days, bad days, you go anyway, you go home, you watch boxing, you study fighters that you believe will help you, and you just study boxing as a sport. You're going to pick things up all around.
Yeah. I think we've lost connection with him there, but
Hello,
yeah,
can you hear me now?
yeah, mate. Can you finish
Yeah, I
what
was
you were
literally
saying?
saying. Yeah, sorry, no, it's fine. I'll repeat myself. I literally said that the biggest thing in boxing is consistency, and I genuinely believe anyone in boxing can go in and become a champion. It's one of those sports that it's not like athletics or sprinting or anything like that. You just need to be consistent, dedicate yourself, and be a student.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for your time and good luck in your next fight.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me. It's a great interview. Good to see, put a face to the messages, man.
Yeah.
You're a good guy, man. I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, mate. I really
No
appreciate
worries.
your time.
Have a good one. So good.
Bye,
Speak
mate.
soon, brother. Take it
Bye,
easy.
mate. Thank you.